Hey Stampers, thanks for joining me this morning. I wanted to share with you a really sweet, cute, quick Halloween card. This was cased from Pinterest and the name of the artist was Janet Holmes. And we're going to be using the Cutest Halloween stamp set, which can be found on page 51 of the holiday mini catalog, and it also comes with a coordinating punch. The DSP that I'm using is little strips. They're 3.5 inches by 1/2 inch from the Cute Halloween 6x6 Designer Series paper. And let's see what else I need to tell you. Okay, so I'm using old doily spider webs. I still have quite a few left from years ago, and I cut those. They're fairly large, and I cut them into quarters. All right, but if you don't have those, if you turn to page 52, you'll see that there is a die cut for a spider web. So you could always just buy these dies and get that spider web there and cut that apart. Okay. All right, so let's get started on this card. First, you're going to need a piece of thick basic white cardstock, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. You need a piece of basic black, which is a base layer, and that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then a piece of basic white that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And we're going to go ahead and let's just adhere these two together. And this glue doesn't want to come out. Use the other one. Okay. That goes right on here. And then I'm going to adhere the spider web, and I'm just putting a little dot of glue in some of those prime spots. You could also use the sponge technique using your silicone matte sheet. Lay this down, take sponge, put some glue on it, and then just dab it across the back. But I find this is just as easy for me. Okay. All right, so that's that part. All right, so then we have a smaller white layer that is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4, and it gets layered on a piece of basic black that's 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. But before we adhere that down, I'm going to take my little strips and I'm going to adhere them maybe about 1 inch down, and I'm eyeballing it. Okay, and I'm going to butt those right up against each other. And there we go. And then we're going to do a little stamping. I'm using my Memento Black, and I'm going to stamp Trick or Treat. I'm going to put that right down here in the lower right hand corner. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp again with the basic black a little spider down here. Okay, and now what I did is I took a piece of Baker's Twine black and I put a little knot at the bottom of that, and I'm going to take a glue dot, and these are the glue dots from Paper Pumpkin, and I'm just going to roll that up and put it on the back of the knot. And I'm just going to put that at the top of the spider. Run that to the top of the card. Oh, I probably should have, let's adhere this. Okay, now I'm really messing up. Okay, it's early. I've only had a couple of cups of coffee, not enough. All right, so we're gonna trim that excess off. Okay, now we will adhere that to the black mat. I'm going to take the baker's twine, wrap it around the back, and then just adhere that down with a piece of Scotch tape. Okay. All right. Now this piece is going to be popped up with dimensionals. And that is going to get mounted lower right corner. There we go. And now we're just going to adhere that to the white card base. And this is a 1/4 of an inch border versus the two blacks are just 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Now we could use the new star sequence, but I'm going to use the matte black dots instead on this card. And just arbitrarily place 3. I'm using 2 little ones and 1 big one. And there you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to put a spider on the outside of the envelope. Oh, we need to do the inside. Okay, let's do that. All right, we're going to take a spider, oops, and place him here. And I'm going to use the greeting, "Have a fabulous Halloween." And just stamp that middle, centered halfway above middle. A little bit above middle. Okay. And I'm going to just take a black Sharpie or black Stampin' Up marker, either one. And I'm just going to draw a line. There we go. And from his little spider web. All right, there you go. Quick and easy, great way to do a couple of fast Halloween cards. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care and have a wonderful day.